GTA 6 story will not be as good as GTA 5's, and here's why. I feel like you also need to bring in the slurs. The F slur, you should be able to say nigga. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to say the hard R. You should be able to say. All right, so look, y'all. As you can see by the title, bro, I don't think GTA 6 story will be as good as GTA 5's. And now let me explain. Number one, the modern day era. We all know as gamers, right? We constantly see modern day things added to games that is not for the majority of modern day. Right, the modern day that people be appealing to with these games is for a minority group, right? They make games for minority groups that doesn't appeal to the mass majority of people who play video games. And to be honest, this generation is a little bit more soft than the past generation. Let's keep it a band. Let's keep it real. Kids are going to play GTA 6. They shouldn't be, but we know that they're going to because us as kids were playing GTA 5 as kids back in 2013. So we have to be real, right? The new generation of people playing video games, I would say, is more, I'm not going to say soft, but I think the people who are making the games are more soft. I think the people who are creating these games are trying to be politically correct, or they're trying to appeal to sponsors and things like that about inclusivity and not being too harsh and things like that. But back then when GTA 5 came out, that wasn't an issue. You could do whatever you wanted to do in the game to make it good, right? You did whatever means, by any means, to make the video game good. And that's why that's a problem that I'm going to probably have when it comes to the God of War remakes. Now, let me give you an example, right? Whenever we got some of the leaks about GTA 6 and about like what they're going to do going forward with the game, number one, we know about that they're cutting back on racial slurs. They're cutting back on like nudity and things like that. They're cutting back on hate towards certain communities and stuff like that, right? Which is basically the whole half the premise of Grand Theft Auto. It's either stealing something, robbing something, blowing up. Well, robbing and stealing the same thing, but stealing something, blowing up something, and then racial slurs and nudity and all that type of stuff, right? That's all of what GTA has been about, right? But if you take away half of what the game is about and what fans love the game to be about, you're not going to really do as good as the predecessor. Now, there was a video saying GTA 6 will not be good, right? Now, we all seen the video. If you haven't, go watch it. He's half right and half wrong. Some of the stuff in the video, he was definitely capping about, like, the dev team who's behind GTA 6 is all women. That shit was just for Women's Day where they bring out all the women that work at the company. It's still majority dudes. I don't know why, where he got that information from, but bro was tripping. He wasn't wrong about the writing though. The GTA Online, like DLCs and stuff that came after, the writing was straight trash, straight garbage. But it could be just so they can throw something out there for fans to just play, and then they can work on the main thing, right? Because usually when you work on main projects, you usually pay more attention to the writing and put more effort into the writing than a side DLC to a online video game that people are going to buy regardless, right? So you're going to put less effort into the writing of these things, right? Versus the newest, biggest game of all time that's about to come out in a few months, right? You're going to focus more on the story and that aspect. The main character dynamic, right? Number one, the majority of people that's going to be playing this game is going to be majority of dudes. Not going to really want a romance per se like that. In that sense, like a Bonnie and Clyde, like it's cool and all. Like we're not gonna be complaining. We're still gonna play regardless. But at the same time, you're still gonna want to do like the thing with the boys. You know what I'm saying? The group with the boys. But now we have a larger audience, so I can see why they're incorporating a female character. But I feel like just because you're incorporating a female character into the game, which is not a problem, I feel like you don't have to make it a love interest. You don't have to make them a couple. You know what I'm saying? You could have did it to where like you got Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. You could have did something like that, but you could have just had one of them be a female. You know what I'm saying? Have her do her own thing, and you know what I'm saying? It still could have been the same way. Lucia could have been her own person doing her own thing, but also collaborating with Jason. You know what I'm saying? In that aspect, but they're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going that route. They're going down the Bonnie and Clyde lovey-dovey route. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, depending on how they do it, it could be better than GTA 6. I'm not counting it out. I feel like GTA 6 is going to be the greatest game of all time. I just don't think the specific story of GTA 6 is going to be better than GTA 5's. If they do go down this route of modern day time, if they keep it old school and keep it how we initially tended it to be, then this game's gonna be 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be peak. But from what we've seen and like from what we've seen in the trailers and the pictures, we know that it's gonna definitely have like a modern day, what people like to call woke. I don't really use that term because I feel like some people who use that shit be saying the dumbest shit on earth. But I mean, at the same time, sometimes they right and sometimes they just wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle. Like I don't pick a side, this side or this side, bro. I just go based upon what I'm seeing and what's facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care to an extent. But from what we've seen, yes, it does have those quote unquote aspects of whatever woke means. They still could drop a banger, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like they do have like gay characters and like a woman's night for like male strippers and stuff like that. Like you gotta, like, let's be honest, bro. You gotta have these people and these things in the game, because if you're going for a modern day approach to the game, not story wise, but like visually wise, right? If you were to go to Miami, you're going to see this stuff. You're going to see gay people. You're going to see male strippers and for like women's night and stuff like that. You're going to see these things. They're trying to make the game as real as possible. They're not going to take it out, you know what I'm saying, for like agendas and stuff like that or whatever. But you're going to see these things. Now, if those things are the main focus, then it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? The game is not going to flourish. The game is not going to work. People are going to play it because of the graphics are gorgeous, right? And online, but they're going to basically like not pay attention to none of that stuff because the majority of the people who's playing this game in the population is not in those categories. You know what I'm saying? Specifically the gay area. When it comes to these things, bro, you just gotta keep it real, bro. When it comes to like stuff like that, bro, if you're gonna incorporate that into the game to try to be as realistic as possible, I feel like you also need to bring in the slurs. You should be able to say the F slur. You should be able to say nigga. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to say the hard R. You should be able to say, you know what I'm saying, the C word. You should be able to say the other C word that rhymes with mink. You should be able to say the C word that rhymes with backer. You should be able to say all of these things, all of these racial slurs. You should be able to add these into the game. You should be able to do that. I feel like you should be able to do all of these things if you're going to incorporate it and make it a GTA game. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should attack every category of people. That way nobody is targeted and nobody's left out. You know what I'm saying? And that includes people's sexual orientations, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. If we're going to play GTA, we can't be soft, bro. That's not what the game's for. If you soft, don't play GTA, bro. Go play Animal Crossing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where it's sweet. But with that being said, bro, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for listening to me, bro. And I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next one. Peace.